Welcome back to Mimi's Organic Eats. Today we're making my Banoffee Icebox Cake. This cool treat is the perfect summer dessert. Let me show you how to make it. So you guys only need a few simple ingredients to make this icebox cake at home. The first is going to be my true caramel sauce. This is going to make this recipe so delicious, so you guys don't buy store-bought. Make this recipe. It only has 3 ingredients and it's so easy. I'm gonna link it in the description for you guys. So you wanna make sure that you have that made ahead of time and that it's cooled. Then you're gonna need some heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, vanilla extract, graham crackers, ripe bananas, and that is it. And I have a 1-pound loaf pan right here, and as you can see, it's lined with parchment paper. I really like lining the loaf pan with parchment paper whenever I make icebox cakes because it makes it really easy to remove them. And then you guys are gonna need a stand mixer or a hand mixer to whip up this whipped cream. So let's get started. So I'm adding 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream to my stand mixer with the whisk attachment. And now if you guys don't have a stand mixer, you can use your hand mixer as well. It just takes a little bit longer for the whipped cream to whip up using the hand mixer. So next we're gonna add in 71 grams of sifted powdered sugar. And then last we're gonna add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So start off whisking on low to avoid splattering, and then gradually increase the speed as the mixture starts to thicken. Then continue to whisk until you're at full speed and whisk until stiff peaks form. We're just making whipped cream here. Once you have stiff peaks, then this is ready. Now you guys want to cut your bananas into thin slices. And I'm using 2 ripe bananas, and you don't want these to be overly ripe or blackened like you normally would for baking with bananas. So we're not actually baking these. So we want these to be nice and ripe because we're going to just eat them in this cake, so you don't want them to be too mushy. So now we have all our ingredients here for this icebox cake. We have our whipped cream that's made, our banana slices, caramel sauce, and our graham crackers. So the first step is going to be to line the bottom of our pan with a layer of graham crackers. And you'll have to break up some pieces just to kind of get a flat layer. And it does not have to be perfect, you guys. Icebox cakes, it doesn't have to be perfect, let me tell you. So just kind of break them up and fit them in however you can. And as you can see, we have a nice layer here on the bottom, and it's not perfect, and that's totally okay. And now we're gonna take our caramel sauce and just do a little drizzle of caramel sauce over the top of these graham crackers. So now we have our first layer of graham crackers and caramel sauce, and now we're going to add a layer of banana slices on top of this. And now we're gonna add 1/3 of the whipped cream and spread it out evenly on top of the banana slices. And now you're gonna repeat this process 2 more times. Graham crackers, caramel, banana, whipped cream, and then 1 more time again. And now we have our last layer of graham crackers. And you guys can kind of overlap these as you're layering this, that's totally okay. Then we have our drizzle of caramel sauce. And then we're gonna layer our banana slices. And depending on how big your guys' bananas are, you could need 3 bananas for this too. It just depends, so don't be afraid to cut up another one if you want more bananas. And you can also kind of layer in the banana slices too, especially at the end here. I just have a few more. I'm not gonna waste them, they're going in the cake. And then last, we have our top layer of whipped cream. And this does not have to be perfect, guys. Just a reminder, the icebox cakes are so rustic. Trust me, it's gonna come out perfectly. And then for our last final topping, I'm gonna add some dollops of caramel sauce on top and then swirl them around for a nice caramel swirl and add some crushed up graham crackers on top. So this is how you guys do a perfect caramel swirl on top of any kind of cake with whipped cream, with regular frosting. You're just gonna add little dollops of caramel sauce. Just add little dollops of caramel all around the top, and then we're just gonna take this spoon that we're using and then take the back of the spoon and just swirl it around like this, and you guys have perfect caramel swirls. And to finish this cake off, we're just going to add some crushed up graham crackers right on top. And now this icebox cake is ready to get stored in the fridge. It needs to stay in the fridge and chill for at least 6 hours or overnight. You guys can even put your icebox cake in the freezer if you want to as well. And now you have the most delicious summer treat that everyone is going to love. If you guys want more summer recipes just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join me next time in the kitchen.